Good evening, everybody. Thanks for joining me for another reading tonight. So our last reading, we looked into what was going on with the bottom three chakras, the root, the orange, sacral chakra, and the solar plexus. So I thought it would be great today to look at the heart chakra, the throat chakra, and the crown chakra. So I want you to go ahead and close your eyes, and let's just go through that box exercise that we did the first time. This is such a great way to choose the guidance messages that are for you. And of course, if you feel like you have a better way of choosing, please do so. Of course, whatever you ultimately know best. Close your eyes, get relaxed, get comfortable, take a few deep breaths, okay? You may even start to just go into your mind, feel inside of your noggin, and maybe you see black with big white numbers that show up. So you see a 5 show up, and then the 5 goes away, and you see a white 4 come in, and the 4 goes away, and then you see a white 3 come in, and the 3 goes away, and then you see a white 2 come in, and it floats on by, and then you see a white 1 come in, and it floats on by, and we see our scene in our mind where we are going to a sacred space of whatever you see, whatever that means to you. Where are you right now? So I want you to get a really good feel for where you're at. I want you to see your toes. Do you have shoes on? Are you barefoot? What does the ground feel like on your feet? What kind of shoes are you wearing? Are you walking on a surface where you can hear the shoes? Are you in a building? Are you outside? Okay? Where is your sacred space right now? It could be anywhere. How does it feel? Take note of the air. Feel free to move around and walk around if you choose, or maybe you just decide to stay still where you are, seated or standing. Maybe you're lying down. Maybe you're in a comfortable spot, okay? Once you are just totally immersed in this sacred space, I want you to notice a beautiful box in your proximity. And feel the pull, feel the draw, feel the magnetic force that this box puts out in a way, right? I want you to now decide to move your body toward the box, okay? Still just feeling so deeply into the space that you're in, what it smells like, okay? I want you to reach for the box with your fingers, and I want you to notice the beautiful shape of it. What color is it? Is it many colors? What's the design that you see? What are images or symbols present themselves on the box? Is it painted? Is it wood? I want you to roll your fingers on it and feel it with your fingers. And then I want you to take your fingers over the latch of the box and just feel the latch. Feel what your incredibly creative and imaginative mind has created in this moment. Just take a moment to soak in this scene, this box that you have created. It is so specific to your particular imagination, and it can tell you a lot about yourself. There are infinite ways that we could dream up this scene today and this particular box. Notice if just the scene or the box has any messages for you, any insights, any interesting pieces that might tell you a little bit about your energetic state right now, or anything else about yourself and your life. Okay, now after rolling our fingers over the latch, it's time to unlock the box. Maybe it's a keyhole and a key. However this box is locked up, now I want you to unlock it. But don't lift the lid quite yet. Just really sink into that moment of unlocking this box. And what does it sound like? Was it a snap? A click? What noise did you just hear? Okay. Now I want you to lift the lid of the box and see which block is inside. I want you to thank the universe today for being so clear in giving you this message. Okay? And now I want you to go ahead and dissolve your scene in your mind. You can close the lid and latch it if you'd like and put the box back, but go ahead and come out of the scene now. So Spirit has given you the pile that resonates with you, and if you did happen to see two blocks, then maybe there's messages for you in two piles. Sometimes that could happen. Okay, let's go ahead and get ready to dive in. Okay, so pile 1 is purple, pile 2 is green, and pile 3 is blue. And you can check out the timestamps below. If you're wondering, these pieces here are Desert Rose, which is all about manifesting your desires and your dreams, right? And this, of course, is my amethyst energy generator, which heightens intuition in the space and brings that vibration into the proximity here. So I went ahead and drew out a sign for each group. Now this could be you as confirmation that this was your pile. This could be in regards to somebody that's on your mind. This particular reading today does have to do with your career path and making money. So this could be somebody that you work with. This could be a business partner. It could be maybe a new client. This could also be a timeline that's important to you. This could be a message for you about a timeline of your manifestation coming into fruition, okay? So I want to just go ahead and note that you did pick the purple block, which means that you are resonating with needing to hear some messages in regards to your crown chakra. So this particular reading is also going to talk about your career path in regards to your spiritual center, really, your connection with your higher self. And since it's purple, I would even say like indigo, like third eye. Your ability to see beyond just seeing with your eye. I believe for the folks who chose this pile, actually the exercise that we just did, the visualization, is really good for you right now. Tapping into that ability you have to get into a different headspace, if you will. Okay, because what we did was creative, it was imaginative. You were letting parts of your subconscious, unconscious mind come into play, right? You allowed yourself to be given a scene, okay? And then maybe you consciously played with it a little bit, right? The construction that was brought to you. You allowed yourself to receive this box that came to you, right, from a different faculty. You know, you received a color in a box, right, just on the spot like that, okay? This also has to do with your intuition. So we're going to take into consideration all those aspects of the crown chakra in this reading, and that's something that you might want to look into as well. So I did ask for a 4-card reading from Spirit that is essentially a little bit about what's been going on in the past for you career-wise, what's going on right now, what is lined up for you in the future, in the near future, and a little advice from Spirit, okay? So let's just dive in. Wow. So right away, I'm seeing that in the past, you had some kind of career change. It could have been somebody coming to you with an opportunity, and basically you decided to turn your world of order that you had known kind of upside down, right? And you went through a big change in regards to your career. I'm getting that this change for you, it's in a way brought you out of the shadows, and perhaps it woke you up to a new side of yourself. You're seeing yourself in new ways of being on the planet. You may be waking up and have recently woken up to something that has to do with a spiritual business at its foundation, teaching people about spiritual things. Also, you could have just been led intuitively and guided. That's interesting. So in the near future, I am seeing for you that there's going to be a little bit of unexpected discord with somebody. Maybe somebody that you're used to getting along with. And it's going to put you into a little bit of a lack mindset if you let it. And if you stay in a lack mindset, it will start affecting your finances. So a key here is recognize that your career path and career change brought you into a new way of being. And I think that this is really about maybe bringing old ways of dealing with interpersonal conflict into a new situation. So the new situation is definitely calling for you to connect differently, to approach conflict differently, to work in relationships a little bit differently than you have in the past. Whatever you're doing now is going to require you to think a little bit differently about that. You may now be working with somebody that you're not getting along with. And it may feel like this change you made is like super, super risky right now. So I believe Spirit is saying here, it is imperative for you to bring awareness into the relationship dynamic with somebody that you work with. It's imperative to bring awareness into the communication that's happening. Because where there is potential for harmony and understanding and mutual recognition and a sense of getting along and being a team player, there's potential for it. But I believe Spirit, one of the reasons you're in this new career, one of the reasons why you made this move is to experience this happening. Because this is going to evolve you as a person. It's going to evolve the other person. And you're going to be a better leader because of it. You're going to be a better person because of it. So just trust that this person who seems to be a little bit difficult was meant to come into your life for you to bring awareness to the connection and to see something in a different way, to learn it, evolve it, and totally transform the entire dynamic of the relationship. And this is going to make you, like I said, a more experienced leader. It's going to make you more valuable to learn how to deal with this particular dynamic, because you're going to have eyes that can see it now. And you might be able to help other people who are going through the same thing. Okay, so don't be discouraged. I feel for you a little bit because it's like you made some changes. I think you might even have invested in some kind of business opportunity or business partnership, and it doesn't seem to be flowing the way you thought it would, and you're getting a little bit scared and it seems a little bit shaky, because in situations like that, you absolutely need to be able to have a good working relationship with your business partner to make the business successful, right? So trust that you can overcome this between you both, and you're going to come into a new level of appreciating each other because of it, and you're going to be better off learning what it is and how to deal with it moving forward, like I said. Okay? Just want to remind you, this could be the person you're dealing with. If you're dealing with a Sagittarius, it might help you to look up personality traits of a Sagittarius, and you might get a little insight in how you can deal with this. Or maybe you could read up on yourself if this is you. Or again, maybe this is the time in Sagittarius season when you'll see the conflict resolve, you'll see a major breakthrough. Something about the Sagittarius is relevant to you. in this reading. So take it as it resonates. And that's it, group number 1. If this resonated with you, oops, we do have a couple other groups. If this resonated with you, I would love to hear a comment down below. Please be sure to subscribe and share if this spoke to you and you feel like others would benefit from this as well. Otherwise, stick around if you saw 2 blocks in your box, and I will see you next time. All right, pile number 2. You chose the green block. This is all about the heart chakra. And your sign is Taurus that came out for you. So this could be you, it could be somebody that you're dealing with, or this could be a timeline message for you that something will be happening in May, or in Taurus season. This is an important time for you perhaps. So any of those messages that fit for you, like I said, take it how it resonates. So this reading, I will say, I asked Spirit, please give us a little information on the past, the present, the future, and a couple advice cards. About group number 2's career path. Give us a little guidance today. And since you chose the green block, this reading pertains to your career and your heart and how that meshes together. So, some of you, this is going to be about following your heart, following your dreams. This reading is going to be about following your passions, okay? And so in the recent past, I'm seeing that you did start fresh, okay? You have had a new beginning where I believe for some of you, maybe for a lot of you actually, you left a situation that was blocking up your heart. Okay, maybe you felt that it was draining your energy, it wasn't fulfilling your soul, and you did something about it. So that's wonderful news. Congratulations. That's a big move to do, and I'm really proud of you for stepping out of that situation and coming more into alignment with your heart. Oh, we have room for this guy. Okay. We always have room for the heart. Okay. So in the past, let's see here. We have the 3 of Cups in reverse. Oh, wow. Yeah. So I feel like there is this sense of reuniting with yourself in a way through whatever recent new beginning you've had with your career and making money and following your heart. This is an amazing reading. I'm really happy that this energy is showing up. This is inspiring. So this is almost like you rescuing yourself in a way. This is the current energy happening now. That's wonderful. See, like, I think for a while you were like deluding yourself on what you really wanted and who you really were, and it's almost like you were fleeing from yourself and you felt chained to your circumstances, right? It was like you were separated from your soul, you were separating from yourself. So I am so happy for you. This is amazing. To just come out of that energy, right? To be pouring that energy out, right? And making space with this reunion with yourself in this job. I would love to know what you guys are doing. What are you guys really passionate about? That you are making big strides in right now. I mean, yeah, like this career move has, like, this is bringing you more and more into balance, into unity with your higher self. I also believe you are being watched by the angels. You are being guided. You are following your intuition. You are following your heart and your desires. And you are seeing more and more abundance overflowing show up in your life. This is a really high vibe card, like very high vibe. Okay, so somehow I'm getting the message whatever you're doing is of service to humanity, and you're taking a lot of pleasure in that, which is really beautiful. Okay. Wow, I love this reading. Oh my gosh. So, you all, if Spirit has any more advice for you, it would be come out of your shell completely, right? Like, it is time to permanently leave the cave. It's like you have gone inside, you traveled into your soul, you had this reunion with who you were, you woke up to your heart's desires, okay? And the cave served its purpose. It was tremendously healing. It was a light journey. It felt really good. You're coming out of it on the freaking moon. You're high vibe, like so high vibe right now. And Spirit is saying it's okay to let go of the cave, okay? The cave has served its purpose. You don't really have any more healing to do at this time. You know, like, yes, we're always evolving and growing and leveling up, but I'm getting the sense that you went inward and did massive amounts of healing. And Spirit is saying that phase is kind of coming to an end. And it can be a little difficult to detach from that, right? Because we get comfortable with the familiar. Our brains, our egos kind of do that, right? They cling to the familiar. So it's okay that you might feel a little scared to let it go. Totally let it go, right? But here's the thing. You don't need it anymore. It doesn't serve you right now. In fact, what has served you in the past is now a hindrance, because Spirit is saying it's time to totally forsake this cave. The cave that was once a womb to you, that was so nurturing, has now become a shell. The shell of an egg that you must put your foot through and crack. Okay, that's the message I'm getting for you. Like a chick being born. Okay? This is really beautiful. And look. Oh gosh. Spirit says it is safe. It is safe to come out. It is safe to come out into the world and be seen. It is safe to come out into the world and be seen and let others support you. I'm feeling like some of you do work with clients, okay, where your heart chakra and your money, your coins, your finances are directly affected by your connections with other people. Okay? And, you know, I think for some of you, maybe you have had this story in the past that you were an introvert or something. And maybe having all those connections with clients might scare you a little bit or something like that. And Spirit is really just saying there's never going back. There never is. And the cave doesn't serve you anymore. This is what serves you and supports you. Okay? This is really beautiful. I mean, she is so supported with all this money around her in her life. Like everywhere she turns, there's money. That's beautiful. She stands on money. Okay? She has these beautiful connections surrounding her with people. And look at the tree and how it changes. It's through all her seasons. Okay? See, she was this before. She was the hermit. And when she went inside to that cave, she created something so fertile, right? It was a fertile womb. Okay? And it's so funny because there's a picture of an old man, but it's like, it's almost like him or her, you know, this person, they went into the cave, an old man, you know? Okay? And they came out totally reborn. This is what you gave birth to in your womb, your cave of emotional healing, your soul searching, everything. This is really beautiful. This is an extraordinary reading. I love it. So this is wonderful. And look, Spirit just really gives you the message, like, this is what's safe, okay? See, this was safe to you for a while, but look, it's not really safe to you anymore. Like, he's upside down. It's a little bit confusing, okay? A little confusing energy. Okay, this is the new safety. This is the new safety. You're very open, you're very seen, okay, by many people. You have a lot of connections with people. You also have a lot of money, okay? Wow, that is wonderful. I am so happy for you, group number 2. That reading just lifted my spirits. I'm really happy about it. Okay, so that's it. Please leave a comment if you feel inspired from your heart, as I know you all are taking inspired heart action these days. Feel free to stick around for another pile if you feel like you're called to and it resonates with you. Otherwise, be sure to subscribe if you would like to see more videos from me. And I will see you next time. All right, group number 3. This reading is for you. So, your career guidance that Spirit has for you today does have something to do with your throat chakra, expressing yourself, communication, how you're using your voice in the world. Okay, so that's very interesting. And I drew a sign for each pile today. This could be you. This could be someone important in your career, in your life. This could be a boss. This could be a coworker. This could be a client. It could be a business partner. It could be a timeline. Maybe something is coming to fruition for you in the season of Cancer, which I believe is June and July, I believe. You can look that up. Okay, so that's just a side note for you guys. Take that into consideration as we go through the reading today. So I asked Spirit to do a 4-card reading, and did more than 4 come out? A couple of the piles, more than 4 did. So, oh dear, I must say, I think these are all upside down. Hold on. This, I believe, is how it came out. See, I have a watermarked one, and I can tell that it was the opposite way than it was before. Alright, so let's see what was going on with you guys. This is all about getting a little bit of guidance about what's going on with your career right now, what's going on with making money. I've got the past here, what's happening now, the near future, and some advice from Spirit here at the end. Okay, so in the past, you all were settling for mediocrity. You weren't being true to yourself, and you were making money just in ways that make money, basically. It wasn't anything that had to do with you expressing your truth. In fact, it probably was a working situation where you felt like you couldn't express your truth, or you didn't, and that was a heavy burden. Maybe you even had a lot of agitation. Maybe you had outbursts with folks that you knew that you couldn't explain, because you had this underlying sense of agitation. If you're going somewhere every day and you don't feel like you can express your truth, or that's not what you're choosing to do, and you keep showing up there, it causes a lot of frustration in the throat chakra and in our souls, just as spiritual beings. So it's super important for us to feel like we can be ourselves wherever we are. And I am seeing that, yeah, this is good. I'm seeing that it did come to a completion. And this reading did have an extra card, so it either did come to a completion, or it's about to. Like, this is the energy of what's happening now. This is the energy of totally being done with what came prior to this, which is this energy of just being inauthentic, really being unhappy, seeing the world through kind of an illusion in a way, like just not seeing the truth in things, and it's a good thing. This cycle in your life of settling for that is over. You're done with it. Like I said, I feel like for some of you, you've already made this decision, and it's just about moving into the new realm of making money where you feel like you can express yourself. I feel like that's the big move for you here. Like the next place that you are involved with contributing to the team, adding value. Maybe you go off and you do some kind of business opportunity on your own or with somebody else. You could start a business. You could follow some kind of for some reason, artsy profession. Maybe, oh my goodness, I just got this message. I think some of you are really amazing artists of some sort, whether it's poetry and writing or like actually painting or drawing or even music. You're a musical artist. You're an artist of some sort. This is the story of basically settling for like a restaurant job. This is just an example. Specifically a place where you didn't feel happy, like you couldn't express who you truly were. Like you didn't feel like there were opportunities to express yourself, the artist in you, there. And it might not have been a restaurant. Maybe it was an office job or something. You want to express your creativity. And you also want to express your opinions and ideas. And for some reason, you didn't feel like you could do that there. Now, the truth is, you can do that anywhere. And if they don't appreciate you and value you, then they would take steps to move on from the relationship, or you would take steps to move on from the relationship. You don't have to stay there. And I think some of you are just now realizing that. Like, maybe because of how you grew up, you had parents that kind of settled in jobs that they were never really happy in, and maybe your dad or your mom came home and they complained about going to work all the time, and you just thought, you know, this is what you just do. You just go to work and make money, and like you're kind of like who you are on the side. But the truth is, we're who we are full time. We're not ourselves only part time. Like, this is a full-time job living, baby, you know? Okay, so here's the thing. You were super freaking bitter in that job. Like, you were having a lot of negative emotions. And guess what? It's really great news. It's all pouring out of you, okay, with this decision and the steps to sever that working relationship and move into something that supports you here. And I believe that some of you already have. Okay, and now some of you are creating this emotional space because when you removed yourself from that situation, you didn't have the agitation gurgling in you. Once you just removed yourself from the situation, it's like, you know, it all gushed out and created this new space. So that's amazing. I'm happy to hear this for you guys. Okay. Yeah, this is a really great reading, guys. I'm so happy for you. So some of you guys really seriously avoided, I mean, I would say a potentially dangerous situation. I feel like some of you guys, just the working situations that you were in were plagued with toxic energy, negative thoughts, that like this was the culture of where you were going every day. Even mistrust and suspicion, people who actually maybe had malicious intent, okay? Like, it's over. It's over now. And if you have just made the decision that you don't want to be there anymore, Spirit is saying, definitely set yourself up with the next move. But it's time for you to sever that relationship. Because the thing about it is, you're going to be very, very successful. Look, in your next endeavor. Okay, you're going to totally leave that behind, that kind of like losing energy. Okay, and you're going to shift into this winner's mentality, this winner's heart and mind, okay? This winner's voice, okay? A winner can express themselves freely, okay? It's part of what makes them win. A lot makes them win, okay? But look, you will have a prize in your hand, which means I just believe that some of y'all are going to have a new job. You're either going to create it for yourself, or you're going to get on a team of people that align more with your values, that lift you up, that bring you higher. And you're going to be able to let that creative expression unleash a little bit. They're going to want your help with that. Like, you're going to get paid for that, okay? And you're going to feel like you can express who you are and your ideas. You're going to be around more like-minded people. So go ahead, maybe you guys have really been in the same spot for a long time, and you feel a little nervous about reaching out to different folks, for new positions and whatnot. And maybe you're reaching out for mentorship. I just got. Maybe you've always been used to working in person, and now you're drawn to, working from home. Maybe graphic designer for somebody. The point is, it's time. You're ready. And this was your advice card. So when I see this, this is the card of success. So Spirit is saying, trust. Trust that success is on its way to you, is yours, is already yours, is meant for you, has always been meant for you. This is the next step that you have always been meant to take on this journey. After you realized this stuff over here, after you realized this, okay, that you're settling for the mediocrity and you are done with it, this is the next step for you, okay? It is more success, all right? You're gonna win, and it's gonna be great. So right now it's super important just to trust the universe. And a winner follows the guided action that he or she is called to take. So if you feel called to apply for certain positions, make a call at a certain time of the day out of nowhere, or send that email, or go to that networking event, or reach out to your friend with that business idea. Whatever it is for you, start your own business. For some of you, you might be bloggers. I'm hearing it's time to start. It's the perfect time. Like Spirit is just saying, hello, this is you, you're ready to win. You are winning. It's just happening, there's nothing you can do about it. Except if you do nothing, then there will be nothing that comes of it, obviously. But, you do have to take your inspired action. But that's the easy part, It's easy to make a phone call. It's easy to write that email. And especially when you just do a bunch of them, okay? Because you don't want to get too hung up on just one option, because the universe might want to bring you something bigger and better than even you thought. And if you pin all your, hopes and dreams on one option, then you're creating a lot of resistance around it. And you could not be seeing other manifestations that want to come into your life. Okay? All right. Well, that seems to be it for y'all, group number 3. I hope y'all enjoyed this reading. If it resonated with you, I would love to hear in the comments, what particular situations y'all are moving from and into. It's very interesting to me. And if you would like to see more videos from me in the future, if this resonated with you, subscribe, and then you'll receive future notifications when I have new videos that come out. You can reach me by direct message for private, excuse me, let me drink some of that tea. Peppermint tea does the trick when the throat gets a little tickly. So if you want to reach out to me for a private reading or a coaching call, I will give you the information on all of that. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next reading. Everybody have a wonderful, wonderful day and evening.